silver quarters, maybe some dimes or half dollars. Is it actually worth it? Is it anything of importance? Is it as significant as pure silver? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about junk silver. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also, make sure to subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive silver content. And if you want to support a small student-owned business, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. We got the t-shirts, we got the hoodies, we got a bunch of stuff that's raising funds for different charity organizations. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. But now let's talk about silver, the focal point of today's video. I was reading through some of my comments on recent videos, and I got one either a day or so ago, but I read it today, from Caitlin, asking if junk silver is actually worth it, if getting constitutional silver quarters, maybe some dimes or half dollars, is it actually worth it? Is it anything of importance? Is it as significant as pure silver? Now, I'll be the first to tell you, I can't tell you how many times I've said this in the past. I've said it in so many videos. If I had to choose between 1 ounce pure silver or an ounce of 90% silver, I'm taking pure silver. I love that 3 9's fine, that 4 9's fine, pure silver. However, 90% silver has its upsides as well. For example, they are coins as opposed to rounds or bars. Now, if you know me and if you're familiar with my videos, you know I'm a big believer in being able to make change for or break an ounce, if you know what I mean. So I do think having fractional silver is never a bad idea. Is it absolutely necessary? Probably not. I think 1 ounce increments of silver is small enough to do the trick. However, in the event where you need maybe half an ounce of silver or whatever, that's where constitutional coins can be useful. And the reason I say that is because there's a lot of websites, APMEX, JM Bullion, SD, Provident Metal, all those guys sell fractional silver rounds and bars. Now, I personally do not own any fractional silver rounds or bars. I don't believe I will ever own any, and I do not plan on converting any of my dollars into fractional silver rounds or bars, and there are 2 reasons behind that. Number 1, those premiums. The premiums are through the roof. They are insane. If you take 10 1/10 of an ounce silver rounds, they're not even coins, they are rounds, basic generic secondary market silver rounds. If you take 10 10th ounce rounds, which equal a solid ounce of silver, you think that's going to be anywhere near the spot price? You think that's going to be anywhere near 15, 16, 17, maybe even $18 an ounce? Absolutely not. That's going to be closer to about $30. Not going to lie. I've seen 1/10 ounce rounds and bars sell for over $3. It's insane. Absolutely not. When according to the spot price, they should only be worth about $1.50, $1.60. So paying twice as much for the silver content, no thank you. When it comes to junk silver, sure, it's not pure, but it's fractional silver at the end of the day. For example, if you were to take 4 quarters, that's $1 face value of junk silver, approximately 70% of an ounce of silver, and it's also approximately 70% of an ounce of silver spot price. Spot price right now is in between 15 and 16 bucks. These 4 quarters, pre-65 quarters, about 12 or 13 bucks. If you see what I'm getting at. So it's a good way of getting fractional silver for closer to spot, oftentimes at spot price. So I think it's a good idea. I don't think you can go wrong with junk silver. I mean, let's face it. The Washington quarter is far more recognizable than even the American Eagle. And the American Eagle is, I'd go as far to assume, the #1 most recognizable pure silver coin out there. And these quarters are more recognizable than those. So now that we're talking about the ability to be recognized, let's talk about the notoriety for a second. Back to fractional silver rounds and bars. Do you think anybody knows the little name that's, or the name or the image that's minted on those little rounds or bars? They might have a little 999 on it, but who's to say that it's real? Who's to say it's not another silver-colored metal? Who's to say it's not just some garbage metal like quarters minted 65 and later? These are all 90% silver quarters. These are all 90% silver quarters. These are two 90% silver dimes. I have more quarters, more dimes, and a couple $half stored away in my safe. This is all I had on me at the moment, so I want to show you these. Every single one here minted prior to 1965. 90% junk silver is smart for a variety of reasons. It's a good way to break an ounce. And by the way, while we're speaking of 1 ounce, the math isn't exact. But if you're using only quarters, the closest you can get to an ounce of silver, 5 silver quarters. It's very, very, very close to a solid ounce of silver. $1 face value, though, is a little bit more than 70% of a troy ounce of silver. So you could do your best to do the math. But while we're on the subject of $1 face value, let's talk about some of the things we can do with $1 face value. For example, if you were to go to the store with a piece of paper dollar, a government glorified IOU fiat piece of paper, what can you do with that? Probably not very much. You can probably put it in a vending machine, get a water bottle if you're lucky, maybe. Pretty sure it's $1.50 or $2 now. I don't know, I don't use vending machines. Same thing goes for quarters. Regardless of what year they say, in the eyes of a cashier at the grocery store or wherever, this right here, these 4 quarters equal $1, when in all actuality, due to the silver content, it's worth about $12, maybe even $13. So, if we were to break them up, let's round it down to $12. 3, 6, 9, 12. One little quarter. They tell you this is worth 25 cents. They tell you this is worth $0.25. It's worth about $3. So I think it's pretty interesting. I want you guys to let me know in the comments, what is one thing you can do with $1 face value silver quarters? Keep in mind, it's worth about $12, not $1. What's something you can do with $12 as opposed to $1 face value? Let me know in the comments. I think it's always interesting to hear different people's perspectives. And also, let me know if you're a fan of junk silver. I'm a fan of it for the reasons I listed earlier in the video. The higher level of notoriety. It's a good way of having fractional silver coins. I mean, this is the closest thing you'll get to a fractional silver coin. It doesn't say 1/5 of an ounce of silver on it. It's not pure silver, but it's the next best thing. Far better than fractional rounds and bars, in my opinion. Once again, as I said before, I would take an ounce of pure silver over 90% silver any day of the week. I prefer pure silver over junk silver, but I do think 90% junk silver definitely has its benefits. I want to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Please also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive silver content. And if you want to support a small student-owned business, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. We got the t-shirts, we got the hoodies, a bunch of things that are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments any and all opinions when it comes to junk silver. Do you stack 90%? Do you stack 40%? Do you prefer quarters, dimes, or half dollars? And what is one thing you can do with $1 face value? 4 pre-65 quarters. What's one thing you can do? Or 10 pre-65 dimes. Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you just have smiling. Peace!